I'm a genetic counselor, and the rare gene all my clients suddenly have points to a secret about this small town.
Okay, so this is weird. Like, really weird. I've been a genetic counselor for 15 years now at St. Jude's Regional. It's a decent gig, you know? Mix of urban and rural patients, a good team, the usual. But the last 6 months, it's been unsettling. We've been seeing a massive spike in positive results for a gene marker, G742 it's called, that's almost exclusively found in a tiny, isolated population in the Faroe Islands. Seriously, it's rarer than a unicorn sighting. And now, it's popping up everywhere. I'm talking like 1 in 20 patients. It's statistically impossible. I've run the numbers myself, multiple times. I've double-checked the lab protocols. Everything's clean. But the results, they're undeniable. It's honestly messing with my head. I keep thinking I'm missing something, some obvious error, but I'm not. It's real, and it's terrifying. I felt a cold dread creep into my bones, a feeling that I was peering into something I shouldn't. My job, for those who don't know, is to assess a patient's risk for inherited diseases. Family history, genetic testing, you know the drill. I explain the results, offer counseling, and help them make informed decisions about their health. It's a rewarding job, most of the time, but this is different. This isn't about predicting a future risk. It's about explaining a present anomaly, telling someone they carry a gene that shouldn't exist in their DNA. It's unsettling. The hospital serves a pretty wide area, a mix of urban and rural communities. We get patients from all walks of life. That's part of what makes the job interesting, I guess. But it also makes this whole situation even more baffling. Where is this gene coming from? How is it spreading? The weight of these unanswered questions pressed down on me, a heavy burden I wasn't sure I could carry.
It started subtly, a few cases here and there.
I initially chalked it up to increased screening, maybe a new diagnostic tool, but then it snowballed. Now I'm spending half my day explaining to people they carry a gene that, frankly, shouldn't exist in their family history. It's draining. And the more I look into it, the more I think something's seriously wrong. It's not just the prevalence, it's the location. I started mapping the patients just to see if there was any geographical correlation, and that's when I noticed it. They're all connected to the same place, Havenwood. I don't know why I did that, mapping them. It just felt right, like I was supposed to. It's a weird feeling, this certainty, like something's pulling me towards something. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being drawn into something far larger than myself. Havenwood is nothing. Seriously, it's a blink and you'll miss it town about an hour outside the city. Population, 842. One gas station, a diner, a hardware store, and a whole lot of cornfields. It's the kind of place people drive through on their way to somewhere else. I'd never even heard of it before this. But every single patient with G742 has some connection to Havenwood. They were born there, they grew up there, they have family there. It's statistically improbable to the point of absurdity. I brought it up to Dr. Ramirez, my supervising physician. He just gave me that look. You know the one. The "you're overthinking it" look. He suggested I take a vacation. Honestly, I should have, but I couldn't shake it. I felt like I was onto something important. The thought of ignoring this, of letting it go, felt like a betrayal of everything I stood for. I started digging. I pulled up old records, census data, anything I could find on Havenwood. And the more I looked, the more strange it became. There's a weird lack of historical records. Birth certificates are missing, property deeds are incomplete. It's like the town actively tried to erase itself from history. I even found some old newspaper clippings mentioning rumors of a government project in the area back in the 70s. Something about agricultural research. I dismissed it at first, figured it was just local gossip. But then I remembered something my grandmother used to say. There's no smoke without fire. I'm starting to feel like I'm being watched, too. It's probably just paranoia, but I can't shake the feeling. I glanced over my shoulder, a sudden chill running down my spine, wondering if I was truly alone. I spent a week buried in the hospital archives, cross-referencing patient files with old environmental reports. It was tedious, mind-numbing work. I felt like I was chasing a ghost. My colleagues started giving me concerned looks. They thought I was losing it. Maybe I was. But I couldn't stop. I kept finding more connections, more anomalies. Then, I stumbled upon a faded document, a preliminary report from the EPA dated 1978. It mentioned an experimental crop program in Havenwood, funded by a private agricultural company called AgriCorp. The goal? To develop a genetically modified corn strain with significantly increased yield. They were using some pretty cutting-edge and, frankly, questionable techniques. I felt a chill run down my spine. Could this be it? Could this be the link? The implications of this discovery were staggering, and I knew my life was about to change forever. I ran the G742 sequence against the genetic markers of the modified corn. It was a long shot, but there was a partial match. A significant one. It was like finding a piece of a puzzle you didn't even know was missing. I showed the report to Dr. Ramirez again. This time he looked less dismissive, more worried. He contacted AgriCorp. They denied any wrongdoing, of course, standard corporate PR, but something in their response felt rehearsed. I'm starting to think they knew exactly what I was looking for. It's unsettling, to say the least. I feel like I'm walking into a trap. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end, and I knew I was dealing with something far more dangerous than I initially thought. I dug deeper, subpoenaing old AgriCorp records. It was a bureaucratic nightmare, but eventually I got what I needed. I found internal memos detailing the experimental crop program, the environmental concerns, and a quiet compensation package offered to Havenwood residents in the early 80s. Apparently, AgriCorp had quietly settled some claims related to minor health issues. Minor health issues? Now, with this gene popping up everywhere, it's clear those weren't minor. I'm staring at these documents and I feel completely overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I can't go to the authorities. AgriCorp has too much power, too much influence. The sheer scale of their deception was breathtaking, and I wondered if I was biting off more than I could chew.
The documents also revealed that the modified corn was intended to address world hunger. A noble goal, in theory, but the execution, the oversight, it's catastrophic. The company knew about the potential genetic consequences, but they buried the evidence. They prioritized profits over people. It's sickening. The townspeople of Havenwood have been unknowingly carrying this gene for decades, and now the risks are becoming alarmingly clear. There's a significantly increased risk of developing certain types of cancer and neurological disorders. And the worst part? They don't even know they're at risk. I'm running out of time. I can feel it. I need to make a decision, and I need to make it soon. What would you do? The weight of their potential suffering pressed down on me, a crushing burden that threatened to suffocate me. I'm sitting here, staring at these documents, and I feel completely overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I can't go to the authorities. AgriCorp has too much power, too much influence. They'll bury me, just like they buried Dr. Thorne and all the other whistleblowers. I'm just one person, a small-town genetic counselor. What can I possibly do to stop them? I feel like I'm David facing Goliath. But I can't stay silent. I can't let them get away with this. The people of Havenwood deserve to know the truth, and future generations deserve to be protected from AgriCorp's reckless experiments. But how? That's the question that's been haunting me for weeks. I'm honestly terrified. What would you do? A sudden noise from outside my window made me jump, and I realized I wasn't alone in this fight.